Something extremely important just happened to crypto, but for some reason, nobody is talking about it yet. But of course, I will bring it to your attention. But before I do, I will tell you, there are a couple of different areas of the crypto space I'm watching right now that all have these crazy hypocrisies going on. And matter of fact, it's not actually only in crypto where we've got guys like JP Morgan tripling their crypto team while in the background bashing Bitcoin, or I should say it the opposite way. In the background, they are reinforcing everything crypto related. But in the front end, they're making it seem like they hate it. So a very interesting inverse. Talking about inverses, if you've been watching the channel for a while, oh no, you've probably already seen this before, but Jim Cramer, he's the guy that's, funny enough, always wrong. And now guys, before I go on, please make sure you press that like button. I find it almost sad to keep covering this man. And again, wait, I'll talk about what's so important in the crypto space in just a second. I just want to quickly point to the irony here. This man, Jim Cramer, dismisses the recession fears. No. And names sectors poised to soar after the Fed meeting. If you didn't know, yesterday in the Fed meeting, Powell said a recession might be coming, and Jim Cramer is now saying it's not. That's so bad because he is always wrong. I know. So, oh no. Sell everything! Yeah, but a part of the reason why Bitcoin did so well is because of the rate cut announcements of next year. But Cramer apparently thinks the economy is headed for a soft landing, which is interesting. Then again, there's very positive news, as in this section he basically says, oh, there was so much easy money to be made in tech. Right now it's time for new sectors, which by power of the inverse Jim Cramer means tech is about to explode. And luckily for us, crypto is tech. But here comes the kicker. Oh, and let me tell you, it's a significant one. Oh, and I'd really love to tell you guys more about these rate cuts and about things in the background, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes. And again, if you've not pressed that like button, right now is your time to do so, because what I'm about to tell you is, I'd say, very sad. And when I say very sad, I mean extremely sad for the crypto space. And it's on purpose. You'll know exactly what I mean in a second. Oh, it's very much on purpose. This, matter of fact, is exactly what they want. Here we go. The SEC has denied Coinbase's petition for the SEC to make rules for the road of crypto. The SEC standing firm on its belief that existing laws and regulations already apply to the crypto securities markets. So, I don't know what type of zuzu this man is smoking. We talked about Gary Gensler a little bit earlier today, but this is just insanity. How can he think that crypto's clear? How? And that's why sometimes I think, what if this man, think with me here, what if this man, Gary Gensler, is just one giant troll? He's just there laughing his ass off while he's writing an email saying, denied. And he's just going off laughing. Because it is very ironical that it makes so little sense that it, even though it's very serious, it almost becomes laughable. Nobody in their right mind would think that crypto rules are clear. It's absolutely absurd for them to claim such a thing. Then again, are you surprised that the SEC takes such a stance? I mean, if they didn't, it would be quite difficult for them to appeal the Ripple lawsuit. It would be quite difficult to fight their battle against Coinbase, etc. Is it fair? Absolutely not. Is it an SEC type of delusional? Anyway, like I was saying, the SEC... Oh, camera cut out because Gary Gensler's taking our connection down, I guess. Wanted to say, the SEC is important, but this, what you're watching right here, is way more important for your crypto bags, or generally speaking, for life, because this is a little layer above it. The New York Fed, President John Williams, says Fed members aren't really talking about rate cuts right now. He added that the Fed needs to be prepared to tighten policy further. Williams said the main question now is if rates are sufficiently restrictive. This comes just 2 days after Fed Chair Jerome Powell said peak rates are likely in. The market currently expects 6 rate cuts next year to basically take the interest rate back down. So the Fed is confused. And you know what happens when the Fed is confused? People get confused. And when people get confused, you get crazy volatility and panic. And people just making crazy choices. Anyone who's been following the Fed was likely confused this week as well. Powell went from cautiously hawkish to openly dovish over the course of a month. The Fed will likely adjust for this, as we are seeing now, but it's just been a really strange couple of days here with the Fed, because Suresh had a very good point. In the back end of things, we all know, normal human beings, that the economy is not in a good spot, that things are expensive as can be, getting a house is becoming crazy right now. It's just in a strange spot. But nobody can come to a right conclusion as to are there 6, are there 8 rate cuts, or actually the Fed said it's going to be 3. But then the Fed is saying, no, we don't know how many, or we don't know if we should even, or we're gonna. And at the same time, while that is all happening, the stock market is just blazing every day, beautifully green, as if the economy should be flourishing and only up and up right now. It's just crazy. And that's where I now conclude these two things together. When I look at this, I sometimes think, okay, who is sponsored? Who is getting something from making this confusing? But then, ladies and gentlemen, I look back at this announcement right here and I realize, wait a minute, this is their game. They say one thing on one end, for example, hey, Bitcoin, crypto, just go after them, yada, 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 like Jamie Dimon from 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗏 said. Well, in the back end, they're doing the exact opposite, which is funny how Jim Cramer, for some reason, seems to always know what to do in the exact opposite way. And it seems to be so interesting then again that even though the SEC's sworn mission is to protect the investors, they're doing the exact opposite, but making things as confusing as can be. And I keep sitting down thinking, why? But maybe that's the thing. Maybe we can't figure out why, because in no way can it make sense, because that's exactly what they want. Anyway, I've been thinking about that for a long time. Another video coming to Dusty Trades today, so make sure you follow my other channel. And if you're interested in a $500 free bonk, XRP, or Bitcoin trade, take a look at the link down below, because on Bybit, you can get that for absolutely free. Not for a long time though, so you might want to hurry a bit, but check it out with the link down below. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not done it yet, I recommend you all to stick around the channel for the next couple of days as I'm putting up some amazing money-making guides at no cost. All you gotta do is press that like button if you want to. But even that, you don't have to, but it's nice. And I'll tell everybody about my portfolio, which coins I'm looking into, which coins are about to pop off. And so if you're into crypto, you definitely gotta stick around for the next couple of days. And hopefully I'll see you again in another crypto video somewhere, probably later today.